Welcome to the Murtech booth here at SMT Nuremberg. Delighted to be joined by Dave Bennett. Nice to see you again, Dave.
And you, Trevor.
Now, some big news from you coming out of the UK. You've actually started selling direct since January in the UK. Now, Murtech's been known globally to sell using distribution models. So why are you selling direct in the UK?
I think since we opened up in 2008, almost from the beginning, we were starting to get contact from the UK customers. It was quite easy to sort of sidestep in those earlier days because the technology was much easier. It was 2D, it was a very strong tabletop market, but that's evolved considerably. And now we're looking at a marketplace with very high-tech inspection. You know, mainly in Europe, it's still SMT, but Murtech themselves, you know, we have LED manufacturing inspection, we have semiconductor manufacturing. We also have, of course, the 3D now, which is becoming a standard for nearly every company. Based on that, the customers have basically become a little bit fed up with the fact that we've been ducking and diving and trying to force them to work with a distributor. As good a job as a distributor did. They wanted to work with my technicians. They wanted to speak to us about projects that were far greater than the fact of buying a tabletop system. Suddenly we're talking about, you know, the quality of their whole operation, and they wanted to speak with a manufacturer. So I basically spoke with the distributor. We knew it was coming. It was always going to be a when, not an if. And, you know, we sort of got 8 years there almost, and we decided very amicably that January Murtech would do this in the UK. So UK and Ireland, that's what we're doing.
So it is UK and Ireland. I mean, this is not something you're going to roll out to other countries or this type of thing?
Most definitely not, especially in Europe. The main reason is we value the fact that the operators who, the Murtech machines are designed to be run by operators. You don't need engineers to run them. I don't think there's many companies that could afford the expense of having an engineer running an AOI machine. So very much Murtech have always aimed at the operator. And the operators, although they might have some English, in many cases they don't. And as such, you need to have the local distributor speaking in Hungarian, Romanian, whatever, Russian, whatever. And unless I ended up with a massive sales and support network, which certainly where there's no desire, no ambition whatsoever to do that, we feel far better to use the intimacy that the local distributors have got, because of course they carry other products, which means that they have far more contact than a single product company would have. They're in all the time.
Okay, now that's a good question, because a lot of the OEM that have gone into distribution in the UK have taken on other product lines. Are you doing the same?
Yes, we have. We've already made an arrangement with the Exelon Fine Focus X-ray product line. That's because of the relationship we developed with them when we developed the Smart Loop, which was the, as you know, the feedback from 3D X-ray to, 3D AOI to X-ray. That allowed us to work very closely with their technology and then with us. And the two companies really sort of hit it off. We both respect and admire each other's capabilities. And they were looking for some help on the SMT market in the UK. We were looking for something that would be complementary. I mean, there's never going to be a time when we're selling 100 different product lines. We don't want to be a distributor. That's not at all what we want to be. But it makes a lot of sense that if I've got a 3D AOI machine that can speak to an X-ray machine, I should carry both products.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's just very quickly before we finish, Dave, I want to talk a little bit about this MV6 program that you've got. I mean, you secured 500 units from Korea about a year ago now. They've been selling like hotcakes, I believe. Are you going to sell another 500?
Well, that's the big...
Order them, should I?
Order them, that's the question, yeah. Certainly, as far as myself, and I know my colleague Brian in the States, this has been a bit of a pet project, which we sort of put together ourselves when we were in Korea at one of our late night business meetings. We both had the same wish. We could see that 3D was very much an elitist product in the early days. And many of our customers were never going to have the opportunity because of the price breaks. You know, everybody was pushing closer to 2 than they were to 1, you know, as far as the sale price was concerned. And this just meant that there was going to be no way that the small to medium manufacturers could seriously look at 3D, or certainly the best 3D solutions. And we wanted a way around that, and there was only one way to do it. That was always going to be volume. That's the only way to get the pricing down. So we went to our partner Chama, and it was probably another late night meeting, but we said to him, let's bring it to the world. This is a technology that our industry needs, not just the best, or the biggest, I should say, not the best. So it was put together, and we went for it, and we thank Chama for his support with this. But the good news is they actually flew out. I mean, it was actually only November when we launched it in this sort of shape at the Productronica exhibition, and they just flew, absolutely flew. Now I'm probably selling 80% of everything I'm doing now is MV6 Omnis. Yeah.
So you become true evangelists, bringing 3D to the masses.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's for our benefit as well. We want to dominate the market by giving the best technology at the best price. And we always had the best technology. I mean, people know about our cameras. They know we have digital 3D sensors as opposed to analog or lasers. We have CoExpress as a standard on the 6. I mean, CoExpress is 25 gig a second data transfer as opposed to 5 gig of other people. All this relates to speed. And with speed, it means you can use the 3D better. The latest phase will probably be looking at bare parts of the board for things like scratches and drop components, etc. It's not there today, but it's certainly a project Mirtech are working on.
Now, in actual fact, that's another point. You recently announced a speed increase by narrowing the frames in the inspection process. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, every time, I mean, you think we're taking between 80 and 130 frames a second, and 5 cameras and 4 sensors with more images. I mean, time you've got all of this data, one of the biggest issues is flushing it through the system. Now you can do it in different ways. You can have multiple PCs, but then you have multiple potential problems. Or you can do what we do, use an industrial PC and use CoExpress. CoExpress is actually a camera industry, video industry technology. Yeah, it's for high-speed data transfer. And what we did was, because we make our own cameras, design and manufacture our own cameras, we actually designed it into those cameras. So right from the beginning, we were able to make our cameras, CoExpress, offer 25 gigabytes a second of data transfer, so that any potential clogging up of the system with data coming into the system, making the machine sluggish, we got rid of that problem right from the beginning. And it's become so popular, we've actually standardized it. So the 6 Omni, at this amazing price, comes with that already in it.
Okay, super. Well, it's great to always catch up, Dave. I wish you the very best of luck with your new venture in the UK. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you in the not too distant future.
Thank you, Trevor. All the best.
Thank you.